I don't care how people talk about this, whether it's, your path is your own, follow your own path, be who you are, all of this kind of stuff like that. But I tend to like the idea of your path is your own, because what that does is it implies ownership. It is your own path, and you own this. And you really do. You get to choose everything that you want in your life. You get to choose how you go about things because it truly is your path. You're here to express the beauty of who you are. Your path is your own. You own that thing and never give that away to anybody else. But here's the problem along the way. The first area where there's problems that at least I've come up with is when you're learning things. Because sure as hell, what ends up happening is we throw out our ability or our remembering that we own the path that we want to take. Because we will tend to try to give it to the person who we're learning from, whether that's in school, university, in life, when you're trying to learn something. Because the dynamic is a little bit different there, because the person that you're trying to learn from kind of knows a lot more than you in this particular area. So what we have to watch out for is you got to watch out for giving everything over to them and also listening to them so much to the point where you sit there and forget what it is that you want. You squash down the ideas of how to do something because you think, oh, they know better what to do. And any good teacher, what they end up usually doing is they're spouting to you what they think you should do in order to achieve the things that you're both looking at doing. You're learning something. But they can only work from what they have to work with. You come to it with a whole unique perspective. And while you do have to learn from that person, you may end up having even better ideas, and certainly better ideas for yourself, because you'll know what's better for you. So within the area of learning, always remind yourself your path is your own. You get to choose how you learn, how you get to execute all these things, how that you get to learn along the way. And sure, you're going to learn from these people a lot of stuff. But the thing is the path ultimately is yours in what you want to learn and how you're going to finally express it. So then the next thing is once you've learned all this stuff, right? This is kind of like a progression in life. Once you learned these new things, you're going to want to go out and kind of like take that knowledge and use it. You're going to want to create things in your life. Now, I don't care whether you're an artist or if you're making videos like I'm doing here, or you're writing, you're telling stories, or you're creating a business empire. I don't care what it is. Whenever we do things, we're creating things. We are creating something out of nothing. And what's going to end up happening along those ways is you're going to find that there are a hell of a lot of people who either don't agree with you or think that you should do it a different way or whatever it is. You're going to get all sorts of good advice from parents and friends and everything else like that, like you've gotten throughout your entire life. But when you're creating things, when you're going about your life, structuring things the way you want, you get to do it the way you want. Your path is your own. You own this path that you're taking, that you're choosing. In a way, you're creating that path. And yes, you're taking the good advice of other people. You're trying to understand, too, how you can do things better and more efficiently and more fun and all this. But never lose sight of the fact that you're the one running the show. Your path is your own. You get to follow your own path. You get to do the things that you want, all of these things. You get to create your life the way you want. You get to paint your painting the way you want to do it. You get to make your lasagna the exact way you want to make it. You can throw anything in there that you want, and you can still call it lasagna if you want. Your path is your own. You get to do these things. Find the strength in that. Keep coming back to that. Keep reminding yourself that you own your path. You get to choose what you want to do and how exactly you want to do it. Now then the final thing you got to remember is all of these big things, right? In learning and in creating and all of this, your path is your own. You also have to remember that in day-to-day life, your path is your own. You get to make the small choices and decisions along the way. You get to decide which way you want to do something. that makes you happy. This is the beauty of owning your own path, of knowing that your path is your own, is that you get to do it the way you want to do it and in the way that makes it fun for you. You don't have to follow everybody's advice of how to run a YouTube channel or how to run a business or to build a real estate empire or to paint a painting or to bake the lasagna like I talked about. You get to do it any way you want. In every choice that you make in your life, your path is your own. You own it. Because ultimately, you own the result of the action that you take. So you might as well own the way that you want to do it. You get that right. And it's a beautiful thing. And the deal is, at the end of the day, for all of this stuff, you have your own path and you get to choose that. And the reason why that's so important is because each one of us are unique on this planet. And in doing that, you get to run your life the way you want. You get to express who you beautifully are, who you magnificently and powerfully are. Your path is your own. And we're counting on you to express yourself exactly the way you want to. Not following everyone else's advice, not trying to avoid making mistakes, and not trying to not piss anybody off or whatever else it is. It's your path. You own it. It's your life. You get to live your life the way you want. Your path is your own. Now just make sure you remember that and follow it every day of your life. Now, if you haven't been here before, I'm Michael Kowal, and this is the kind of stuff I like talking about. Well, I like talking about life and the things that I've learned, and hopefully to maybe make it a little easier for you along the way. I figure if we all talk about things and understand better ways of doing things, I'm not trying to control somebody else's path, but I think the more we share, the more we grow, and the quicker we can do this, that we can create the paths that we want that work for us. So if you like the video, like it. That'd be great. If you want, come along, subscribe, come along for the journey. I put out videos every week, and I have fun doing it. And I enjoy doing it. But in the end, for this week, remember, your path is your own. You own that path. It's yours. You get to do anything you want. Follow the path that you want. Be the person that you are. Go out and do it this week. Go out and do it right now. Do it today. Love you.